Hello there. You are welcome to this special and free parenting course titled Step by Step Guide for Parents on How to Raise Responsible Children. It promises to be an awesome time of learning practical truths that will help us in our parenting journey. Do you know that parenting is one of the most crucial parts of humanity as it plays a very vital role in the development and well being of any child, be it positive or negative? Hence, its importance and relevance cannot be overemphasized. Good parenting has been discovered to lead to some positive outcomes in some children, while bad parenting has also led to some very bad outcomes in some other children. Being a parent is one of the most challenging and rewarding experiences in life, and it's important to raise responsible kids who can make good decisions and take care of themselves. In this video training, we'll be discussing basically some tips and strategies for raising responsible kids. Unfortunately, lots of parents in today's generation don't seem to spend so much time, energy, and resources to learn about what it takes to be a good parent, just like they do in some other aspects of their lives. Come to think of it, for example, any medical doctor must have spent about 5 or 6 years in the university to learn about the basics of medicine before such a person can practice or be called a medical doctor. In the same way, a lawyer must have spent about 5 years or more in the university system to study law before such can be referred to as a barrister in the court of law or even practice law. Even to be successful in business, as a man or a woman in any field, there must have been deliberate formal or informal form of training or learning about the business, even if it's for a few years, before such a person can eventually become successful in any business at all. Or is it not so? But now it's beginning to look like it's probably only in the area of parenting and relationships generally that lots of people just wants to be successful without being intentional about their learning and eventual success in this particular area of their lives. Unfortunately, things don't ever happen that way. Hence, the reason why lots of even responsible parents in today's world are now raising irresponsible children just because of their ignorance. And this is the reason why the importance and relevance of this particular parenting course cannot be overemphasized, even in today's world. Do you know that as a good parent, you can never have practical and positive impact on your child that you don't know quite well? Secondly, do you know that you can never know a child that you don't have a strong relationship with? Thirdly, do you know that you can never have a strong personal relationship with a child that you don't spend quality time to communicate with? Fourthly, do you know that you can never communicate effectively with a child that you don't spend quality time to listen to? That is just dialogue and not monologue conversation. I'm sure we know a monologue is a conversation between just one person basically, while a dialogue is between two people. A lot of times what we do when we are talking to our children is a monologue and not a dialogue. We just tell them what we want them to do and we expect that all will be fine. Of course, all will not be fine because they are growing up to become adults too, and they often have their own opinion, even though they need our input from time to time. Fifthly, do you know that you can't spend quality time to listen to a child that you don't deliberately create time for? Sixthly, do you know that you can't create the time to listen to a child except you really have in-depth knowledge about the value and importance of correct parenting? What I'm trying to say in all of this is that only when you know the importance of creating quality time to listen to your child, that's when you'll be able to do that, and when you know the value that it has. Let me share a story with us. When I was doing my youth service, I had a friend and he told us his story. He's from a family where they practice what you call traditional religion, and whenever there are issues in that particular house, it is people we call herbalists that usually sort it out, where they go into seeing all kinds of vision to find out the solution to any problem. So there was a particular problem in their house on this particular day, and the herbalist told the father that actually for us to be able to find out what the solution is, we need to find out we need to get a young boy or girl that has never had sex before, that is a virgin boy or a virgin girl. And this my friend was around 14 or 15 years at that time, and he said he has had sex severally. But just like a typical, adventurous teenager, his father and mother never knew that he was into anything like that. So he was actually in his bedroom sleeping when he overheard the herbalist telling the father that the only solution to this problem is getting a virgin boy to be able to look into the mirror. And it's only a virgin boy or virgin girl that will be able to see what the problem actually is. So that's how they started calling it. And because the guy knows very well that he's not a virgin and he will not be able to provide solution, he was now pretending to be sleeping until the father went to disturb him and to wake him up and to say, come and check this thing for us. And of course, when your guess is as good as mine, when he looked into the mirror, he couldn't see anything. And he was telling his dad that, Dad, I cannot see anything. What is in the mirror? Then the herbalist started laughing and started telling the man that, your son is actually an old man. Your son is actually an experienced man. Trying to say that your son has started getting himself involved in what only elders and adults are supposed to get themselves involved in. And of course, as a natural father who is ignorant of who the child really is, talking about creating time to listen to our children, to really communicate with them and to know them, the man was arguing that that's not possible. They now said, okay, do you have any other child? That's how they brought a 13-year-old girl. That's the immediate younger sister. And it was the same story. She too couldn't see anything. And the father was that wondering, even if this boy has started having sex, are you telling me my 13-year-old girl too has started having sex? Now, what kind of thing is this? It's not possible. Of course, he didn't believe the herbalist. Only for them now to ask again, is there any other person in the house? They now remember that there is a lady who is like a help in that house, 25-year-old or 26-year-old. That's how they called her. And within few seconds to minutes, she was able to see everything that was showing in that mirror. And that was how the man was so embarrassed, and the man got to know that truthfully, my son and my daughter have started involving themselves in things they are not supposed to involve themselves in. And the guy told me, this is a true life story, that since that time the father will just look at him and will be like, wow, so you started having sex at what age? And do you know that almost all parents are guilty of this? Your own child might not be involved with sex. Do you know how many parents that their children are already on drugs? Some are already taking cigarettes, some are already taking hard drugs. Some of them are into a lot of vices that you cannot even imagine. Some are into homosexuality, some are into lesbianism. You see that a whole lot of things that a lot of children are involved in today that the parents are not even aware. And that was why I said earlier that as a parent, you cannot positively affect a child you don't know. And that is why you must try to understand the things that we are trying to explain in this particular parenting course. Having said all that, kindly join me now in this course, step-by-step guide for parents on how to raise responsible children, as I take you through 6 important short points that will help you as parents to raise responsible children in this current generation. Number 1, you have to set clear rules and expectations. The first step in raising responsible kids is to set clear rules and expectations. There's a common saying, even from the scriptures, that says, when there is no law, then there is no sin. The implication of this statement is that if there are no clear-cut rules, regulation, boundaries, expectation, etc., then definitely you can't really accuse your child of misconduct in any way. This means it's important to establish boundaries and consequences for breaking those boundaries. For example, setting a bedtime or a time when homework must be finished. This helps kids understand what is expected of them, and it gives them a sense of structure and stability. That's talking about setting clear rules and expectations. Very important when we are talking about secrets to raising good and responsible children. Number 2 point is you have to encourage independence. Encourage independence by giving your kids age-appropriate responsibilities, as in responsibilities that you know because of their age they'll be able to carry out. This can include things like setting the table, making their own breakfast, or doing their own laundry, not just in doing big things and stuffs, but even in small things based on their capability and their age, like I said earlier. Giving your children small tasks to do helps them develop a sense of responsibility and self-reliance. That's why encouraging independence is a very important point when we talk about raising good and responsible children. Another point is that as parents, you need to lead by example. Children learn by example. So it's important for parents to model the behavior they want to see in their kids. This means being responsible, reliable, and respectful. It is a simple analysis. If parents want their kids to be honest, they just need to be honest themselves. Very simple. One of the biggest traumas you can put your children through is to go by this funny principle of some people that usually say, do as I say, not do as I do. It will not work. It has to be do as I do. Because the moment you are doing something completely different from what you have told your children to do, you have just shown yourself not to be a responsible parent. Or let me say, you have shown yourself to be a parent not to be taken too seriously. And that will definitely affect the result you will see in the life of your children, of course, in a negative manner. The fourth point that you need to take note of when we are talking about raising good and responsible children is that you need to teach them problem-solving skills. Teach your kids to solve problems on their own by giving them opportunities to think for themselves. Encourage them to come up with solutions to problems and make decisions for themselves. Because it's been discovered that spoon feeding a child regularly, particularly as they are growing up to becoming teenagers, on what to do or say every time doesn't help the child on the long run. Because sooner or later, the child will get to a point where it will not always be with dad or mom. This helps them develop critical thinking skills and the ability to make good choices. This will definitely and ultimately help the children to become more mature and independent faster. Fifth point is reward responsibility. Rewarding responsibility helps children understand that being responsible is important and valued. This can be done by praising them when they do something responsible, or by giving them special privileges or rewards for taking on additional responsibilities. One of the mistakes lots of parents make in today's world is that they usually talk or respond more when their children make mistakes, but they are often silent or they don't even remember to respond positively whenever they do something that is quite commendable. Another thing that rewarding responsibility does is that it forms as a good source of encouragement when doing the right thing is rewarded. Because naturally, a lot of people, normal human beings, wants to get reward for whatever they do. So is that not why a lot of people go into wrong things like stealing, dishonesty, etc.? As a parent, if you start rewarding responsible behavior in your own way, no matter how little it is, you will suddenly discover that your children will be very much interested in doing things more responsibly, generally, and they will always want to do things that are worthy of commendation. Not just because they believe it's the right thing to do, but also because they know that they will be rewarded for it, and that is the truth of the matter. Because when somebody knows that they will be rewarded for something, even if he doesn't have right values initially, but the fact that he knows he's going to be rewarded for it, trust me, that person will want to do that right thing. Not because of his personal values, but the fact that he knows that he will be rewarded. The last point, stay involved. You have to stay involved in your child's life by asking them questions, listening to them, and showing interest in whatever they are doing. This helps them to understand that you really care about them and that you are interested in their life. This point has already been made earlier in this video, and it shows beyond all reasonable doubt that you not only care about your children, but you are also interested in helping them to make progress in all areas of their life as much as you can as a parent. In conclusion, raising responsible kids is an ongoing process, but by setting clear rules and expectations, encouraging independence, leading by example, teaching problem-solving skills, rewarding responsibility, and staying involved as we have explained earlier, parents can help their kids develop the skills and attitudes they need to become responsible adults. Having said that, we have come to the end of this short course. I hope you have been able to gain one or two things from this course, step-by-step guide for parents on how to raise responsible children. This will now bring us to the next thing and final thing that we want to do in this video, by talking about another very impactful and life-transforming parenting course. But let me ask you this question first. Do you need a practical and simple guide to raise responsible children? This course, called Practical Parenting: How to Raise Wonderful Kids, is a powerful one that simplifies parenting for parents and aspiring parents so that they can train and raise wonderful kids without stress. The name of the course again, Practical Parenting: How to Raise Wonderful Kids. For anyone who suddenly became a parent without any form of preparation or training, or a solid understanding of the numerous responsibilities attached to being a parent, this course is definitely a good place to start from. In the course, you will discover useful parenting nuggets and skills that solve many challenges, faced by parents who are raising kids in today's world with real life examples and scenarios. Now, the question is, what are the things that you'll be learning inside this amazing course? Number one are the different parenting styles. Number two, how good marriage enhances effective parenting. Number three, how to be a better role model for your kids. Number four, how to build a solid personal relationship with your kids. Number five, how to train your kids with your personal experience. Number six, practical answers to commonly asked parenting questions. I need you to join lots of other parents and aspiring parents all over the world who are already benefiting from this amazing course, Practical Parenting, How to Raise Wonderful Kids. See some of the testimony given by some of the people all over the world who have gone through this same course. There's this Amarachi who said here that this is a very informative course with useful takeaway tips. This person is saying that I've been more authoritarian with my kids, and I hope that a change of style will help make things better. I will stop kidding and start parenting. Thanks for your response to my questions as well. There's another Victoria here that said this course is very enlightening and educative. I recommend this course to parents and would-be parents. There's another person called Obot who is saying here that, wow, what a great lesson for parents and guardians. I enjoy every bit of this course. Then we have another comment from one Demola here that is saying, wow, as a new and young parent, I find this helpful and on the go, thus making the fear that comes with not knowing what to do just vanish. This is a nice piece of work everyone should avail themselves, both for single and married. And of course, that's because as a single person, at least you get married one day. So there's nothing wrong in having the knowledge even in advance. It makes singles look forward to marriage and parenthood, while it makes married one confident about parenting. There's another Sheun here who says that the course is very educating. It is a perfect match for me. There is a Tobore here that says it brings to light some truths I actually have not heard before, of course, concerning the topic of parenting. There's one Faith here that says a very educative course. I learned so much as a young person. I will recommend this course for young people and parents. Another person here by the name Adeni says, wow, words you don't hear usually. Thank you for this course. The practical questions sessions answered my long-time questions. Another Rachel here says, taking this course is an awesome eye-opening to me. This is because it's a very practical one to the core. In all the section of the teaching, I got it at every point. It talks exactly about my life experience as a parent, especially the area which talks about the 4 styles of parenting. I never knew I was an authoritarian until the author gave the examples and the characteristic traits exhibited by the kids of an authoritarian. Another person by the name Percy said, children start developing their sense of self as babies when they see themselves through their parents' eyes. Your tone of voice, your body language, and your every expression are absorbed by your kids. Your words and action as a parent affect their developing self-esteem more than anything else. And this is what I have greatly learned from this practical parenting course. This content is actually rich, and its impact is transgenerational rich. Thank you. Another person, Kevin B, said it is good to hear the different parenting styles. Another person called Shola is saying a very useful course for parents and aspiring parents. And one Jessica W says, I enjoyed learning about my kids and about myself. So the question is, who exactly is this course for? It's for all parents who need practical and down-to-earth tips on how to raise responsible and wonderful kids, particularly the preteens, teenagers, and above. This course is actually for all teachers, all grandparents, and anyone who works with or spends time with children. Another set of people that this course is for is aspiring parents, those that are not yet parents, but they are aspiring to be one in the future, who wants to learn now about how to train and raise good, responsible, and wonderful kids without stress. Now, this is the good news I have for you. I have a very special offer for you today. If you are ready to join others who are already placing order for this same course, Practical Parenting, How to Raise Wonderful Kids right now. I have 3 powerful life-transforming parenting products that I will give you for free if you place order for this course right now. See the complete package of everything you'll be getting after placing your order for the course. This is bonus 1. It's a very powerful book titled 10 Parenting Secrets You Need to Raise Responsible Kids. 10 parenting secrets you need to raise responsible kids. Bonus 2 is a parenting video, very powerful one and life transforming one, on the title Practical Lessons from the Issues of Life. A parenting video on the title Practical Lessons from the Issues of Life. And the third bonus here is Moral Manifesto, Tips for parents for teaching values. Moral manifesto. Tips for parents for teaching values. The main course, practical parenting, how to raise wonderful kids, is worth 5,000 naira. The bonus one, the life transforming parenting ebook titled 10 parenting secrets you need to raise responsible children, is worth 1,500 naira. The bonus two, the parenting video on the title practical lessons from the issues of life, is actually worth 2,000 naira. Bonus three, parenting ebook on the topic moral manifesto, tips for parents for teaching values, is actually worth 1,500 naira. So the good news is that if you are placing your order for this course right now, you'll be given a special 50% discount. So instead of paying the total sum of 10,000 naira, which is the sum of all of these products together, both the main course and all the three bonuses, all you need to do now is to have access to this course and all the bonuses is just to pay this special 50% discount offer of 5,000 naira only right now. And you can be sure that once you are able to do this, you'll be able to have access directly to the course and to the bonuses instantly, automatically, no matter the time you are placing order, because they are all digital products, whether in the morning, afternoon or night, no matter the time within the 24 hours. So even if you don't, it's either you can click on the link below to make your payment to get access to the course and all the bonuses instantly. Alternatively, you can make a transfer to the account detail that is being shown, and after making your payment, you can send the proof of payment to the WhatsApp number being shown also. And immediately your payment is confirmed, you'll be given instant access to the course and the bonus immediately. Please kindly note that this offer will not be available for long before the price of 10,000 naira will take full effect. So take advantage of this 50% discount and make your payment and get access to this course and bonuses right now. Thank you and God bless you.